Welcome back to the best job I've ever had. This virtual charter business. Anyway. Alright, so I've got my material, so let's go ahead and get the nose baggage and rear baggage loaded back up again. And let's see. Okay, so my yoke is still working, so let's get the checklist and then Sky4Sim tablet. Checklist and then Sky4Sim. Okay, we'll minimize the tablet for now. Let's get to the pre-flight checks. So control locks remove and stow. Parking brake is set. All switches are off. Yep, switches off. Circuit breakers all in. Landing gear is down. Fuel selectors on the left and right mains. Trim tabs on neutral. They are. Battery switch on. Let's see, battery switch on. Interesting. Anyway, so battery switch on. It's pretty cold out today. Let's get the navigation light on. Alright, it is drawing power correctly. Fuel gauges, check the quantity, which mains are looking good, and then auxiliary is looking good as well. Alright, so let's turn off the battery. Turn off navigation lights. Alright, we got that. Alright, so engine cover. Oh, I don't need my toolbar. Engine cover, intake cover, and pitot cover off. And in exterior inspection. Just check to see what's going on. Alright, so not too much different from last time. We just kind of keep an eye on spark plugs and if the right's going to be running rough, because it's been under a lot of stress. So until it fails, then I'll replace it. Just to keep things interesting, and also to kind of test if it really does wear out. Alright, before engines start, all doors are closed, parking brake is still set, emergency alternator and avionics are off. Auxiliary fuel pumps are off. Get the battery and alternators turned on, so battery back on again. Alright. Just interesting how it's all working right now. Okay, looks like we still do have to reset the yoke. But we're still going to go through our checklists. Alright, so alternators are on. Get our navigation light, anti-collision light on, and then taxi light on, so they know that we're about to start. Altimeter set, all warning lights pressed to test. So far so good. Alright, looking good. Landing gear, 3 green lights, good. Cabin air controls, let's go ahead and flick on our heat. Fuel quantity has been checked, so throttles open to about 1 inch. Propeller pitch all the way forward. Mixtures full forward. Cowl flaps in and locked. Fuel selectors are on the main still. Alright, great. So let's get our magnetos, and then also alt air is in and off. Alright. All magnetos in. We are just about ready to start. Alright, so let's prime the left. Clear prop. Just get a little more power. Alright. Auxiliary pump to low. Right engine, clear prop. Fuel pump to low. And correct livery has been loaded this time around. I guess it has to do something with, I don't know, the streaming of stuff. I couldn't tell you. But I can tell you the mountains already look a lot better than what it was last time. A lot better. Way more scenic. And that's the only reason why I had to get this back up and running. Alright, so mixtures down to lean. Alright. It's all set. Alternators, good. Is the alternator drawing power right? Yep. Excellent. Before taxi, avionics on. Get our strobe light turned on as well. And we'll wait for avionics so we can get that set for GPS. Actually, while we're waiting, so I remember, not like last time, we can do run-ups. Maybe. Let's see, how long is this going to take to initialize? I don't know. Alright. Still haven't even checked out the patch notes for working title, what they changed for the Garmin. But I really do enjoy just watching everything work. Getting all the satellites to track our position, and there we go. There we go. So let's get the flight plan loaded up for the 4:30 and 5:30. So currently we are at uniform 60. There you go. Yep, Big Creek. So, nope, enter. And then we're going to, I can't remember. Oh, Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey. Because that's for our next leg. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth leg? Fourth leg? Alright, so it doesn't start on K there. Alright. Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey. No uniform, and then we'll go backwards for whiskey. There we go. Yep, we're going to Pullman, Moscow. Enter. Flight plan done. Hold down the clear button just for a few seconds. Excellent. Let's go to our menu button. Come on, menu. And display. Next rad. And let's get our ADS turned on. Alright, yeah, that's on. Enter. That's done. Looks like GPS is wigging out on this screen. Doesn't know which way I'm facing. Okay, so that's done. Actually, okay, yes, we have the magenta line. It's going to be quite a flight. Yeah, everything's loading in. Okay, I think we are ready to taxi. And let's get our radios up. And let's see, I think, do I still have weather? No. don't have the weather, so let's figure out if I can get the weather from Kilo Sierra Mike November. Let's go to waypoint. So Kilo Sierra, so probably backwards is quicker. Sierra Mike November. Alright, turn off the cursor. See frequency. Let's see, AWAS. Should be good enough. AWAS, enter. Oh, I did have it. I guess I won't be able to get it until I take off, or I don't have. Frequency isn't all that great. Fine. So instead, we will tune to 122.8, but then let's turn the cursor off. Let's go back to navigation, and we're gonna switch it to 122.9. And then let's tune to the traffic version. And we are going to select a runway. And let's see. Nope, I want to zoom in. But tell me. Okay, well, I'm going to be taking off that way, so I think that's runway 1. Change VLOC to GPS. Awesome. And here, we'll just select runway 1.
Uniform 60 traffic Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is taxiing to runway 1.
Oh my goodness. Park and brake off. We can say bye-bye to this. Because this is a ridiculous runway. Alright, we're going to stop here and let's do a run up. Bring it up to 1700 RPM. Alright, let's test the magnetos. Left magnetos first. Left engine. About 150 foot drop. Right engine. About 150 drop. So that's within the limits. Let's get those to settle. Right magneto. Well, actually, no, it's about 50. I think I'm a little higher than 1700 RPM. Same thing about 50 to 100. That's done. Alternators still working. Let's test a feather. And also watch oil pressure so that it turns the propellers like they're supposed to back to full. Oops. Okay. That was slight fat fingering there. Alright, in all temperatures, everything's in the green. So oil pressure is in the green for both engines. Cylinder temperatures are green for both. Oil temperatures are good for both. Suction is in the green. So all instruments are in the green. And we're good. Back to idle. Alright, so we're already about 5,000 feet in the air. So we're just increase the mixer just a smidge. And we're going to also go down 1 notch of flaps. We're going to do short field takeoff. So we're going to hold on the brakes until RPM maxes out and then let go. Maxed out, let go. Airspeed's already alive. And we're looking for 90. This is looking sketchy. Almost there. Both hands, 90, rotate. Pump the brakes. Gear up. Whew. That was crazy. Alright, let's go down to 25. And 24.5 inches manifold. And we are going to try to fly our way out of here. So first we're gonna head out this way and then loop ourselves back around, and also just try to avoid stalling out. We're gonna lean for 4,000 feet. Alright, and should have enough fuel running through on its own, so we'll turn off the pumps. Flaps up, because I forgot. Let's start a left-hand turn here. Yeah, it's pretty windy. Last time we had a little coverage from the clouds, I suppose, but then also kind of late in the day, I think. So that helped out. So we should be clear. I'm trying to tell you this, if there are a lot of mountains like this at 5 Whiskey or 3 Whiskey 5, it'll be an interesting time trying to do contracts. I'll tell you that. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get up to about 9,500 feet to stay clear of all the mountain peaks, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm hitting some major updrafts here. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on speed, vertical speed, just making sure I don't drop out of the sky like a rock, and also have a way out. And currently my way out is this canyon over here, if anything goes bad. So I like the Update 11's new, basically the geothermals, the thermals that you can get into. They can be helpful, but also deadly. Alright, so am I about at 9,000 feet? Yeah, I'm about at 9,000. So we'll try to avoid this peak off to my left. And then we'll try to intercept our navigation path in just a second. And then I've already resumed my flight before I even started recording on Skypad, so I don't have to turn around again. Learn my lesson. I think we are approaching our cruising altitude. And we'll go ahead and just decrease RPM to 2300 RPM, 2200 manifold pressure, or 22 inches manifold pressure. And we'll see about getting the autopilot turned on. This is insane. But I'm glad I have an aircraft that's rated for all of this. Alright, so GPS is on, and shouldn't have any warnings with it. that set. Let's turn on autopilot. Turn to navigation. Whoa. Absolutely insane. What was I thinking? Not streaming the terrain data. I'll take the FPS hit, I guess. Time to contradict myself. Okay, now that we're out of danger, we can go ahead and request flight following. So Salt Lake Center at 1285. I don't know why. Oops, maybe I forgot to swap in. Too late. Actually, no, it'd be quicker to go this way because it's 05. There we go. Let's get that frequency on. Press flight follow.
Salt Lake Center, Zulu X-ray, Zulu Bravo, Romeo 8 is type twin Cessna 7 miles south of India, Delta 28, 9,600 feet. Request flight following.
Zulu X-ray, Zulu Bravo, Romeo 8, Salt Lake Center. Squawk 0116. Bravo, Romeo 8, radar contact 6 miles south of India, Delta 28, 9,500 feet. Altimeter 30 decimal 30.
Alright, near our target altitude. Before it said, well, then again, that was, I think it was Haley, right? Haley, Idaho.
Did you copy?
Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting to acknowledge radar contact.
Roger, Bravo, Romeo 8.
Bravo, Romeo 8, contact Seattle Center on 123 decimal 905.
12395.
123 decimal 9 or 5, Bravo, Romeo 8.
Alright. Oh, no, I think I was trying to go backwards. Go. Oh, 95. Oops, I thought I said 98. 123.95. Swap that back in.
Seattle Center, Zulu X-ray, Zulu Bravo, Romeo 8, 9,600 feet.
Zulu X-ray, Zulu Bravo, Romeo 8, Seattle Center altimeter 30 decimal 30. Continue as planned.
Okay. Anyway,
Seattle Center, generic November 9er 20.
so like I was saying,
Passing 3,900 feet.
it
Climbing
was
13,000 feet. Generic November 9er 205 Golf, Seattle Center altimeter 30
Estimate
decimal
salmon.
30.
Salmon.
Continue as planned.
I was looking at that weather radar, and it said that the altimeter was 30.50. So even between, well, I guess it's not so super close that the air pressure would be different. But whatever. So here's to hoping we don't get fog like yesterday. Today is a good day to fly. Okay. See, engine temperatures are looking good. Still, oil temperatures looking good. Oh yeah, let's adjust the mixture for 60%. Yeah, that'll be good. 60%. Knew I was forgetting something. Alright, instruments are looking good. And we're at about half tank. At about, I said gallons by accident, but I meant pounds. When I was like 100 gallons, it doesn't have that many. In each wing, may have 100 gallons total. But we are at about 25 gallons in each fuel tank. So let's go ahead and start drawing from our auxiliaries. So we're going to do left first. Turn on the pump. Full mixture. And up for the auxiliary tank. Reset mixture. And then just have the pump stay on to inject the fuel, so that way the engine can start sucking it in under pressure on its own. And actually, while I'm doing that, we're going to Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey. So let's get that up here on our airports. Alright, okay, that's not too bad. 2,500 feet, so 3,500 feet is our pattern altitude, and that's pretty low, so that's about 6,000 foot. So at about 10 minutes, I'll start my descent. 10 minutes. Because it seems like when I adjust the time for 2 minutes out, it's just too close to get into the pattern and land, so let's increase it to 3 minutes and see how that works. So its weather right now is 30.35 for the altimeter. The wind is 100 at 8 knots. So we have runway 06 and 24. So in this case, I would say 06 would be the most optimal choice. It's still going to be a crosswind, but at least I'll get a very slight headwind instead of a very slight tailwind. You always want. Not me. So, yeah, I think this runway would be the best bet. And not crossing into any airspaces that will require permission. What in the world was I thinking? What in the world was I thinking? Oh, just want to stream the data. No, I don't mind. It doesn't look too bad. Yes, it does. It looks terrible. Why did I try to convince myself that it wasn't so bad? It was that bad. And I'm only getting a couple of frames. So, can't really tell much of a difference. I mean, I can, but whatever. Right, so this is the weather radar, so I have the comms all ready to go. Nice. Thank you, tablet. Thank you, Sky4Sim. And what is the length? Really long. 6,700 feet. Yeah. So yeah, definitely runway 06 to get that ever so slight. Actually, no. If that's the wind this way, this wouldn't be 06. This would be runway 24. This other way is runway 06. I'm done. So yeah, we'll have a slight headwind, but it's more a slight headwind. Better headwind than if we were coming this way and then getting pushed along the runway and floating a little bit longer, but also sinking a lot faster. We won't have a nice smooth landing, so we always want to try to take off into the wind and land into the wind whenever possible. Alright, right engine's turn. Alright. And reset the mixture. And we're gonna wait. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Destination is mostly cloudy with several layers of clouds. So like the lowest layer is like 11,000 feet, or it's 9,000 feet, and then the highest layer is like 13,000 feet. So I may have to scud run. But I'm also seeing clouds just ever so slightly crop up all around. Why must I go to Washington like this? Why am I punishing myself? You know, as I was flying... Yes, yeah. Anyway, you know, it was like, oh, flatlands, it's so boring, it's so flat. And now, I'm just kind of like, I don't want mountains anymore. I will take the flatlands because mountains are scary with clouds and fog. Alright, so let's see how this works out. So it looks like the forecast was wrong. It looks like I'm flying just above everything at 9,600. I'm already looking to dip out this way and then come back on course just to see where we're at. Because these clouds are a little intimidating. So we'll pass this guy, we'll pass this cloud, and then I'm gonna see if I'm gonna divert just a little bit. Trying to pump for the right engine. I had the pump on a little bit too long. Left. Oh yeah, let me turn on the pitot heat. A general rule of thumb I was told was if you're near any clouds, then that means you're near moisture, and if you're near moisture really high up, then at any point in time ice can form. So we'll just go ahead and throw on the pitot heat just to get ahead of the ice.
Seattle Center generic November 190010 is at 3,900 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
Yeah.
Generic November 190010
I can't see
Seattle
too good.
Center altimeter 30.33, continue as planned.
I can't see too good at all, so I'm going to turn off the autopilot here. And I'm going to dip out on the right. Because to be honest, I should have looked and should have memorized ahead of time, looking at the mountains in their highest peaks, and I didn't see what the highest peak was on my way. And that's on me. Poor flight planning. So hopefully before, I don't think I'm going to make it before the hole closes up. I'm not going to make it. And here begins a very dangerous flight. Alright, so I'm going to have to break the 10,000 foot rule just because I want to be safe. That's not helping me. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see him. I'm just letting you know that now.
Generic 010 traffic is 10 o'clock 3 miles at 9,900 feet Twin Cessna.
I gotta
Report
get
them in sight.
left trim in. Can I get above? Yeah. I can just get above the clouds just for a minute.
Generic November 7280 Bravo is at flight level 315, climbing flight level 320. Generic November 7280 Bravo Seattle Center, continue as planned. Generic 010 traffic in sight.
Bravo Romeo 8 traffic not in sight.
Alright, let's use GPS here. Where am I? Okay. I'm gonna try to level off here. So I'm gonna start descending once I get like somewhere in here. And let me adjust my trim as well. This is terrible. So I don't want to be up at 10,000 feet for too long, because I don't think the cabin is pressurized, right? And I don't have oxygen up here, so let's make sure I'm not up here for too terribly long. So not in any restricted airspace or anything. And then let's see. Let's start our descent now.
Seattle Center, generic November 20261 IFR to Mike Niner for ready to copy. Generic November 20261 is clear to Mike Niner for airport as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 123.95, squawk 7357.
Alright, just put the heat in. I just put the heat in for my engines, so, or not heat, but closing the cowl flaps just a little bit, so they don't run too cold. I'm just trying to watch vertical speed now. So really shouldn't have any troubles from this point with the clouds and being worried about crashing into a mountain. So we'll change plans, try to scud run. Keep an eye on fuel levels as well, so if we need to change them back, or when we need to change them back, because they're only about 10 gallons. I would think that they may run out right before we get to our destination, so I think the weather's going through a change. I can't tell if we have icing. I think we do have ice. Turn on the propeller heat. And now let's close. Whew. The sounds are scary. Okay. Alright. We should be getting to some real flat land here. Let's make sure we have a good descent. Looks like they thought the left engine wasn't cooperating, but it is. Right, descending just a little bit too much. Let's get some nose up trim here. Just trying to keep the trim, putting in some right trim. Can't get out of the clouds fast enough because we're already going from 10,000, 7,000, 3,000 foot just worth of clouds, getting ice. I can kind of see the ground. So I guess once we get below the clouds, we should be okay. What's funny is there's no icing on the windshield, but I'm getting ice on the frame. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see the ground, but I can't see in front of me. Just really watching the ice here. And I did look ahead of time that icing conditions would be in this area. So I can see the ground a little bit more, a little bit more. Alright. Start seeing the lay of the land here. Cloud cover was any lower, I'd be in Uno trouble. Uno trouble, big trouble, major trouble. See if I can get as low as possible without breaking any flight rules. Yeah, it looks like down here is, yeah, it's clearing up really well, really well. So let's go ahead and get back to about 23 inches. Make sure that we don't climb back into the clouds. So with that, let's go ahead and throw on our autopilot back on. Yep, so let's do navigation. Make sure we maintain the proper altitude and make sure that we don't accidentally bump into the side of a hill. Keeping an eye on the icing, it should quit, it should melt. But once I start seeing that the ice is going to go away, or if it's going to increase, then I'll start looking at the propeller heat. So off course just a little bit, I guess. No precipitation. Okay, good. Autopilot is correcting itself. At first I thought I was just going to go past the magenta line and not intercept it. Don't need that anymore. Because the rest of the way it should look like this. But now we just have to be real careful.
Bravo Romeo 8 traffic not in sight.
Sad to say, that's just too bad. I don't see him. Alright, so it looks like we have a nice nice drop off up ahead. Okay. So it looks like I'm barely 1,000 foot above the highest structure. But it's too dangerous up there. Alright, ice is gradually melting. I just keep the propeller heat on for just a little bit longer. And about, in a couple minutes I'll swap the tanks back over. I can still see the dirt build up on the outside just little by little, and that's pretty cool. So, straight ahead, just a few thousand feet below me. Okay, so it looks like they see me. But man, they don't have a strobe. I don't see him. Oh, 08 Bravo. I thought 08 Bravo. Ugh. Trying to just look out for Bravo Romeo 8. Okay, so I'm gonna start the process to get the tanks back on the mains. What? Oh. Sit. I thought I heard the engine roll back, and I got super scared because I was super low. I guess I could have dove out on the right side, but it would have been quite perilous. It should be at half tank. I want to say Rex is going through another weather change here. Feel the clouds coming in on me. I mean, once we get past this plateau, I'm dropping a little bit farther. All right, that's enough of that. Next. Reset the mixture. Keep the pump on just for a little bit longer. Well, I thought it would drop off a little bit more. When I mean a little bit more, I mean a lot more. Poop. Still Scud running. Well, since I'm already at 5,000 feet, I only got 2,000 feet more to go. So I guess at about 6 minutes, I'll drop a little bit lower. And that's pending this weather. If it drops down lower on me, then I'll definitely go lower immediately. As I'm looking at things, it looks like it feels like it's closing in on me. Maybe that's just cloud PTSD. Alright, so as we're getting closer, let's go to our waypoint. And actually, no, I don't need the waypoint for that. I just need to change the frequency to 135.675. Can.
Wind 191 at 5.
Okay.
Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature -60, dew point 1 tree C. Altimeter 30 tree. Kilo pump.
So now it's saying that the wind is 191. That's something else. Which we're still. Okay, so 19. So that's 100 degrees for the wind. Yep, 90 degrees. Wow. So that means the wind is coming down like this. So runway 06 would still be the one to do. Get my phone calculator out. Let me see if I got this right. For crosswind. Let's do runway 06. 06, and then it is nope, runway 24. So now we change to runway 24. That'll be our best bet. Did I turn off the pump yet? We're about to have to turn on both anyway. So what are the 2,000 feet? I want to be about 3 minutes away. Let's make it 4 minutes. Really cool part of the country. Nice views.
Seattle Center, generic November 0, tree 1 tree 610,000 feet.
So if we want to be 4 minutes out, it'll be coming up here at about a minute. I'll start the descent. We'll go to runway 24. With that in mind, it's 122.800. Is that right? Just double check and make sure. Yep, 122.8. Well, since we're already here, let's get that queued up. Alright, so they said it was clear. It is not clear. We have solid overcast right now. A solid overcast. Oh, is running weather out there. Turn off autopilot. Let us descend. Could it be? Could it be time for the weather to clear up now? $3,500, right? Should be good to go. No. I don't want to climb. I want to descend. Oh, this should be uncontrolled. Never mind. I don't know if I'm getting into another MOA or what. No ice. No ice.
Seattle Center, generic November 624 tree Foxtrot is at flight level 325, climbing flight level 330. Generic November
4,000 feet.
624 tree Foxtrot, Seattle Center, continue as planned.
Let's level it out here. Just so we don't run into that hill. I'm still not seeing those clear conditions. I keep saying it's 108 knots, but what is it? 195. So this is why Rex and Microsoft Flight Simulator have some trouble injecting the correct weather. Alright, let's continue our descent. See it over there. Yeah, I'm really cautious about getting down a pattern altitude because this is kind of strange. So now it's 129 at 5 knots. Which means runway 06 would be the ideal. Let's get the calculations. Yeah. Up now it's at 100. Never mind. Weather injection is working just fine. I'm sorry, Rex. I'm sorry. I'm still on the lookout for it.
Seattle Center, Airbus November 87000 is at flight level 425, climbing flight level 430.
Hitting some rough air.
Airbus November 87000 Seattle Center, continue as planned.
Oh, I think I'm running up on it right now. Yep, that's it. It's getting the downwind. Oh, that's a nice little city. Full stop.
Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey Traffic Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on downwind runway 6.
Let's get our pumps in. Let's get our landing light out and on. And let's go to base.
Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey Traffic Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on base runway 6.
It's an interesting city the way it's set up. There it is. Let's announce final.
Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey Traffic Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo
Flags
Romeo
down.
8 is on final
One
runway
notch.
6 to land.
Come on, get in the white. Get more in the white. Get some trim. Down trim. That was down trim. Alright. More trim. Gear down. Get some trim in there. Hey, is that a football field? It is. Football field. Alright, one more notch. Let's line up. Trim. Why is it messing up like this? Increase throttle, trim. Alright. Stable. Get some nose up trim, some more nose up trim. Just keeping it hovering 1 miles an hour around the blue line. And then start taking out power. Trim. Alright. Let's ease her down. 165. Not bad on center line. Let's get in the brakes. Not a bad airport. I like the scenery. It looks really cool. Moscow? Is that what it's called? flaps up. Go ahead and announce that I'm clear the runway.
Kilo Papa Uniform Whiskey Traffic Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is clear of the runway.
I don't see a marshal. Yeah, man, get out of my way. Haven't seen him in a while. I don't know why I'm skipping like that. Stuttering. Maybe just a little bit forward. Alright. Engine off. Good stuff. Parking brake in. Turn off the fuel pumps. Got to turn on the taxi light. Alright, light is retracted. Awesome. So we got that done. Battery. Turn off the... Well, actually, let's do this flow. We'll turn off the avionics. Oh, goodness. Turn off the avionics. Crash bar. Magnetos. Turn off the heat. Turn off the fuel. Reset trim to neutral. Trim has been reset to neutral. That's done, that's done. Oh, let's turn off the defrost, because I don't need it right now. All switches are off. Everything is in, so let's go ahead and crash bar the battery. And alternators. Let's get my checklist back up. And as that's coming back up, let's get the engine covers in, intake covers, pitot cover, chocks, control lock. Yep, so parking brake is set, auxiliary pumps are off, avionics is off, all switches are off, throttles, mixtures, idle, magnetos are off, battery and alternator are off, fuel selectors confirmed off, control locks are in. We got the chocks in as well. All right, so that'll be the next leg. No deliveries here. It's just a little layover. So the next time we will be taking off from Moscow and then heading to our second to last stop. But go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Share if you want to. If you like this content, let me know. If you give it a thumbs down, why don't you like the content? Let me know. It'll be interesting to see. But until the next time, I am signing out.